Hello, this is math lesson video 11-7 for Monday, January 25th, 2021. If you need to pause the video at any point in time to answer any questions the video may have or any questions your student may have, you can do so at any time. Let's begin.
Nate has 70 green apples. He has 30 red apples. How many more green apples does Nate have than red ones? What do you need to find? You need to find how many more green apples Nate has than red apples. What do you know? You know that Nate has 70 green apples and 30 red apples. How can you model this problem? You can use pictures, objects, and equations to show and solve this problem. Then you can decide if your model makes sense. Draw a picture and write an equation. How do the pictures help you compare how many green apples and red apples Nate has? There are 7 green 10s for the 70 green apples. There are 3 red 10s for the 30 red apples. How many green boxes do not have a red box next to them? Select your answer.
Okay, if you look, there are 3 green ones down here, and 3 of those green ones have a red one next to them. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 green ones that don't have a red box next to them. So the answer would be 4 green boxes.
There are 4 green boxes that do not have a red box next to them. So there are 4 10s, or 40 more green apples. 7 10s minus 3 10s equals 4 10s. How does this equation model the problem? 7 10s stand for the 70 green apples that Nate has. 3 10s stand for the 30 red apples that Nate has. 4 10s stand for how many more green apples Nate has than red apples. Nate has 40 more green apples. How do you know that Nate has 40 more green apples than red apples? You know he has 40 more green apples because 4 10s is equal to 40. 70 minus 30 equals 40.
How would you choose to show this problem?
Okay, so we're going to be doing story problems today and subtracting tens. You need to be in your math workbook, volume 2, and you need to be on page 647. 647. Okay, if you're on page 647, it should look like this. Let's read the story problem and find out what we have to do. It says, Val picks 40 strawberries. She shares 20 of them with her brother. How many strawberries did Val keep for herself? How can modeling your thinking help you solve this problem? Okay, first let's make some blanks for our equation. They already have blanks there. Never mind. Okay, let's fill in part of our equation then. So Val, from the start, picks 40 strawberries. So put 40 in the first blank. Remember, when you're subtracting, you always want to start with the biggest number. Then it says she shares 20 of them with her brother. So if she shares them, that means she's giving them away. So that means we're subtracting since she's giving them away. And she gives away 20. Okay, now there's a number of ways you can do this. You can do an open number line and subtract that way. You can think about addition to help you subtract. You can use a number grid. You can draw pictures. I say we just use, we could look at our tens places and our ones places to figure out the answer. Let's just use a number grid. So go to your my Google Classroom page, go to Student Tools, and here's the number grid. Okay, so it's 40 minus 20. So we're going to start on 40. Now you could take 20 hops backwards. That might take you a little longer. Or we could do the shortcut and just go up since we were subtracting tens. So we need to go up 20. So count by tens. Ready, go. 10, 20. So 40 minus 20 equals 20. Okay. Now, you could also draw a picture, kind of like in the video. You could do boxes of 10. So put a 10 in there, put a 10 in there, another 10, and another 10. And so we're subtracting 20. So we just need to get rid of 20 of them. So we could just cross out 10, 20. And then we know that we have 10, 20 left, which is our answer. Okay, many ways you could do that. 4 tens minus 2 tens is 2 tens. And then 0 ones minus 0 ones is 0. Whichever way is easiest for you, you can do it. All right, turn the page. At the top is a girl from the video, and she's showing you how she drew pictures to solve the equation at the top. Okay? All right, let's look at number 1 and number 2. Let's read the directions first, see what we have to do. It says, use drawings, models, or equations to solve. Number 1, it says, a store has 60 muffins. It sells 30 of the muffins. How many muffins does the store have now? Okay, so they drew 60 muffins. So they just made boxes with tens in them. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. Now it says it sells 30 of them, so they got rid of 30. So let's cross out 10, 20, 30. And how many muffins does the store have now? Well, here's what we have left. So we have 10, 20, 30 left. 30 muffins. So trace 30. Okay, let's try number 2. It says Andy has 84 baseball cards. He gives away 10 cards. How many cards does Andy have now? Okay, let's make an equation. So 84 he starts with. Now he says he gives away. So that means they're being taken away. So we're going to subtract. And then he gives away 10. Equals. Okay, let's do tens and ones. Let's look at the first tens place. There's an 8. And the second tens place, there's a 1. So 8 minus 1. What's 1 less than 8? 7. And then look at the ones place. 4 minus 0. So if I have 4 of something and I take away none of them, how many do I have left? 4. So how many baseball cards does Andy have now? 74. Now, you could draw pictures. You could use your number grid. You will get the same exact answer. This way is just a little bit quicker. I think the number grid would also be a quick way to figure out this problem. Okay? All right, look at the next page, please. Your job is to do numbers 3, 4, and 5. So you only have 3 problems. They give you a nice area here to write equations or draw pictures. Do whatever you like. Use the number grid on my Google Classroom page if you need to, if you don't have one in front of you. Okay, any strategy you want to get the correct answer. Okay, so you have to do 3, 4, and 5. When you're done with those 3, you can do extra problems on the next page, page 650. There's also problems on page 651 and 652. Now, since these are story problems, they're a little bit longer to read. They're not too bad to solve, though, so just do a couple of them just for some extra practice. when you're done with your workbook pages, please do your quick check on the Savas website. Do not get behind on those. It is tough to catch up. And that's it for today. Thank you.